Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Oh my God, the week is going by so fast already. It is Wednesday already, I cannot believe it. So happy Women's Day Wednesday. Hi everybody, how are you? How are you? It's Wednesday already, that's crazy. Hey girl, the week be going by so quick. So I'm running a little behind today. Selena is going to be joining us probably about a little after 6:15. She is on another meeting. So she is going to join us soon, but it won't be too late. So that's why I'm just now jumping on here. You guys know I like to be on time. When I say 6 o'clock, I like to jump on here at 6 o'clock. So let me just kind of tell you once again, as you guys know, first of all, I cannot believe it's March. I started doing Moms Unscripted in January, and you see how like time goes by fast. It seems like after I'm getting done with one show, it's time for me to start preparing for another one. But before I even jump into anything else, I want to say thank you so much to you guys who join me every Wednesday as I have these unscripted conversations with these mothers, these amazing mothers. Thank you for giving me some of your time to just kind of hear everybody's their story. I hope that these stories and that these unscripted conversations, that they motivate you, that you are inspired, and more importantly, you realize that you're not alone in your journey of motherhood. As I stated on my very first conversation with you guys, that after you have your child and you're at the hospital, you don't get no instructions. You don't get anything when it's time for you to go home. Like, nobody tells you how motherhood is going to be. Nobody gives you any paperwork that says these are our instructions, this is what you need to do when the baby does this. You don't get those type of things. So literally in motherhood, you are figuring everything out day by day, month by month, year by year. I'm almost going on 3 years as a mommy, and I'll be very honest, like, I'm still figuring it out. I'd be lying to you if I told you I had this thing figured out. Nobody really has it figured out. You're not supposed to be honest. Every year your child they're growing, they're evolving, and so are you. And through that journey is how you really are just figuring out how to be the best mother to your child, to your children. So I want moms to realize that you don't put so much pressure on yourself during your journey. Take it day by day. Realize that you are human. You're not perfect, and it's just a part of it, right? It's just a part of it. So once again, my name is Chanel Scales. I am the mompreneur director here at Control Magazine. I also do some of the styling here at Control Magazine, which I absolutely love. As I always say, we kill the covers, and so I cannot wait to get back into that aspect of the magazine, because that is one of our favorite things. Of course, at Control, we are a fashion and lifestyle and entertainment publication. The whole purpose of Moms Unscripted is to motivate you ladies, is to let you know that you're not alone in this journey. It's just something that you're gonna learn as you go. Like, you're gonna learn things as you go. I also want to make sure that you guys are heading over to the website, and that you are continuing to fill out the application and to nominate moms. Heck, even nominate yourself for the Mother's Day contest, for the cover contest. So it's very simple. Just make sure you head over to the website, fill it out. Let us know why that mom or even yourself deserves to be on the cover of Control Magazine. I think it's gonna be so fun. You're gonna be styled, hair, makeup, the whole nine. You're gonna be glammed up to the T, and so definitely fill it out. Fill it out. Once again, head over to Control Magazine, the website, and make sure that you are filling out the application for the Mother's Day contest. Every week, you guys know that I have a curated cocktail. This one is called Beautiful Hermosa. So here we go. It's beautiful per usual. That is by Sips of Passion. So make sure you guys are following Sips of Passion. Every week, as you know, she has been creating, the owner, her name is Brianna, she has been creating me some amazing cocktails. They're always extremely tasty. I'd have to say the last two had me a little tipsy, but hey, it is what it is. It's a part of the cocktail experience. This week we definitely have some Barefoot Pinot Grigio in there, and then we also have some champagne in there. So this one's really, really, really good. But I mean, heck, they're always really good. So make sure that you guys are following her. That's Sips of Passion. She is an amazing mixologist, and she curates some amazing drinks. I know for a fact for St. Patrick's Day, she has a very pretty green drink that she will be having. And I can't wait to taste it. I hope that I get to taste it. Let me see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great day, and you're beautiful. Thank you. Family blessings and breakthrough and blessings all overflow and many doors. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So guys, I just had a birthday. So my birthday was on the 28th, and I wanted to do something that was going to be very peaceful, and what else? I just wanted to do something that was just going to be peaceful. And so I took my first solo international trip. I went to Mexico for my birthday. I had an amazing time by myself. Okay? Some people are like, what? You travel by yourself? And then you got some people like, oh, girl, I do that all the time. But yeah, I traveled by myself for my birthday to Mexico for the first time. And I had a great time. I'm used to traveling solo, but I'm not used to traveling internationally by myself. So I definitely think that is something that everybody should do. I'm actually going to do a really big write-up on my solo travel where I stayed. I stayed at a 5-star all-inclusive resort. Not 4-star, not 3-star, but a 5-star all-inclusive resort. Okay? And I had an amazing time. I felt safe the whole time. I ate good. I drank good. My room was beautiful. And so, yes, I am going to make sure that I give you guys all of the details on my solo birthday trip, because it was amazing. I had a great time. It was a great way for me to turn 39. I turned 39. And it was just a great way for me to unwind, get my mind right. So yeah, so give me a second, because I think Selena is joining in. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. That's her. Give me a second. I see the beautiful Selena right there. Hi!
Hi!
Let me just tell you how excited I am, okay?
Yay! Hold on, let me shut my kids up. Hold on.
Okay.
What you say, KJ?
See, I love it. I love it. You never know what's going to happen in Moms Unscripted.
He
okay?
stole it. He stole it. Kingston. Shit, bring me a charger. Oop, I can't curse.
That's okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
I got
bring me a charger quick.
That's okay.
Sorry, already it's kids.
That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about.
Oh my God. Like literally in the house with my kids. Mm-hmm. Just finished an interview. Just, this homework mom life is like.
Okay.
It's doing the most. But I'm so excited to be talking to you today. I just love Julian Lark in Control Magazine. He always knows that I'm always here. Hi, Sora Zai. I'm always here for all of his endeavors. He's my Virgo brother.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I'm very appreciative. I know you've been busy, and I know that you did have another meeting today, so I really appreciate you taking the time to just have some conversation with me and talk about motherhood and music and all those amazing things.
Oh, no problem. I love to be able to talk. It's very fun.
Okay.
Close the door, KJ. Sorry.
That's okay. So one of the things that I want to just dive right into, because as me and you are having this conversation, like you said, you're with your kids, right? So, and you had another meeting today. How do you balance everything? How do you balance your career and then just motherhood? How are you doing that right now?
I'm sorry. How do I balance my career and motherhood?
Yeah. How are you balancing everything right
now? It's very difficult.
Okay.
Because you know what I've learned in the pandemic is you know, that I was so busy and that I wasn't, you know, as present as I would have wanted to be. And so now that you're home and you are present, you know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't present again. So it's just it's really something. I tell you that.
Okay. So I'm glad
but I am managing it well because
okay. And what do you feel like is helping you? Is it are you becoming more disciplined? Are you managing your time better?
Let me see. Am I managing my time better? I think it's almost harder to be in the house. Hold on, I want to get this charged up because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that this battery does not go out. Look how my light went out. I can't even take it.
Okay, take your time.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. There we go. So it's almost harder being in the house, is what I was saying, because they're here and you don't want to not be present. So now it's like when you're gone, you have an excuse to not be present because you're not there.
Yes.
But I am doing better because what I try to do is include them in certain things. You know, I try to let them, you know, be involved or see. Kind of even with the smallest things like, hey, KJ, bring me my charger. He knows I'm working. You know, for him to see me working is different from me being gone out the house and then him not really, you know, you just hear about me working, but you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? So I think in that respect, it's helpful because now your kids can put a reason to, you know, why you're not there. But in the same time, it still makes it difficult because, you know, just like right now, I'm trying to focus and I'm trying to be the best I can be right now. But then there's still, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're chewing bubble gum and walking down the street at the same time. Oh,
yes.
You know.
Yes. Absolutely. So I'm glad that you kind of brought up COVID because that's one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about. How did you really feel when COVID kicked in? I don't know about for you. So like, were your kids already going to school? Like, or are they homeschooled or were they already in school?
Girl, these babies is homeschooled and they have been homeschooled since the pandemic. So since last year, for a year, they have been homeschooled. I never let them go back. So that has been extremely difficult.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. That has been a fool. Because one of my sons has autism. He's on the spectrum.
Okay.
And so being hands-on with him being in the school is very beneficial for him. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he has to learn through a computer is very, very, very tough.
Yeah, that's challenging.
And I wonder if it's setting him back.
Okay.
You know, or and I know that he's doing so well. I mean, the fact that this man sits from 7:30 in the morning, you know, to, you know, he's got like he's got one break. He's got little breaks in between, but he has one big break. But he sits there to 1:30. And then my oldest son is in school from 9 to 4.
Wow.
With one break, one big break, you know. So the fact that they're doing, and my oldest son is getting straight A's. But my youngest son, you know, he's struggling. He's you know, there's toys, there's different things that are distracting him. And then again, if you work from home, you're not really you can't really work because I have to teach. Like
Yeah.
my kids are 10 and 13, but again, my son who's on the spectrum, you have to sit with him almost like he's in kindergarten because you have to make sure that he's staying focused on everything. Where my 13-year-old, he'd be in his room in school and you know it's good. But
yes,
my younger son is very difficult. It's very difficult, but you know, God is gonna work it out.
Yes. So for some people who may not really understand what that means when you have a child that has autism and on the spectrum, you want to talk a little bit more about that, like what that entails and like how you.
Okay. Well, autism has a spectrum, as many of us know. So your child can be, you know, my son is highly functioning. So you wouldn't be able to tell that he has autism based on just looking at him or sometimes even talking to him. You know, you probably might think that he's shy, you know, unless you got into a long, deep conversation and then you might be like, okay. But he's very smart. He's very creative, you know, very, very brainy, you know, on one side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then there are children on the spectrum that are nonverbal, that don't even speak. There are children on the spectrum that don't walk. You know what I'm saying? So the spectrum, that's why it's called a spectrum, autism spectrum, because it varies. It's such a vast, you know what I'm saying, diagnosis.
Okay.
And, you know, there have been there's been a lot of speculation of what causes it. You know, there's no cure, you know, but then God, you know, it's what the doctors say, but then God is the true doctor. But I believe that vaccines have something to do with it.
I agree.
And I believe that because I lived that with him. Every time my son got vaccinations at 12 months, 18 months, and so forth, he had seizures.
Okay.
And I believe that in some children, those multiple dose vaccinations are too much for their systems, too much of a chemical overload. And so I broke, as he got older, it was febrile seizures though, you know, they were temperature based. But as he got older, and I'm not sure if they're related to the autism, but after he had his first seizure, he stopped eating vegetables, period. And after about 5 years old, that was the last one. He has never had one ever since.
Okay.
But I changed up his vaccinations.
Okay.
I changed them up where they would be one at a time. Because like sometimes you'll go there and you'll get like 3 at once, you know. So I changed it up where he'll get one and then you got to wait a couple of months and then maybe he'll get the other one. You know, I broke them up. And there's a test out there that a lot of parents don't know. Okay. You can test your child to see if they already have enough of the vaccine in their system. Wow. So when they go back for that other dose, it's not necessary because it's already still there. You know what I'm saying? So my son did that. And I held off a long time on certain vaccinations and I waited. Like he's 10. He just got his last vaccination that he's supposed to have. Like he was like 5. You know what I'm saying? Like or something crazy like that. Because I held off for a long time because I just don't. And I don't want to be, I'm not a doctor, you know what I'm saying? Or any of that, but me personally, and a doctor did tell me, you know, on the side, she said, listen, as a mother, you have to do what you have to do. Because I asked her about the vaccinations. I don't need to say her name or anything, but she was she's a famous doctor. She told me, you know, what time it was. So that's just my theory. There's lots of documentation that supports it, but
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad that you spoke on that because I actually have a nephew. You know, is an amazing little guy, an amazing little fella, very smart. But then he started getting vaccines at a young age, and my brother said that he just at that point he just wasn't right after that. And so, from my brother doing his own research, like you said, he's found out some different things. They actually have my nephew taking some different teas and whatnot, because it's helping to pull all that
toxins,
all the toxins.
It's a toxin.
Yeah, and so I mean, but you're right. As a mother, there are certain, as parents, but as mothers, because we don't play about our babies. there
Okay.
are things that we do have to do and decisions that we do have to make for our kids, you know? And so people may not always agree with them, but you have to do what's best for your children, you know?
Absolutely.
So I totally agree. I totally agree with you. And I mean, and nobody can ever be mad at a mother for the decisions that they make for their children.
There's no handbook. There's no handbook for being a mother.
Absolutely.
It's called the Holy Spirit. That's the handbook, the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
To go with your gut. As a mother, that's our guideline, our gut.
You have to. You have to. So I have to ask you this. With everything that you have going on and with school, you know, what do you do for self-care when you do get a little bit of time and you don't have to stress so much, you know, just about like homeschooling and whatnot? Like, what are you doing to make Selena feel good?
I'm so glad you asked me that.
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, right now, you know, I just moved into a new home 2 months ago.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank the Lord. You know, homeowner, very excited about that. I've been a homeowner many times before, but for a while when I was in Atlanta, when I moved here to Atlanta, I rented because I did not know what the good places were for schools. And, you know, having a son on the spectrum, you have to be very careful. Hey, it's got to be right. So I rented for a long time because I wanted to know where I wanted to be. And so now we really know, once I really knew where I wanted to be, and God was like, this is the time, plus the interest rates was off the chain, child. They ain't been this good in a while. So I was like, we're going to capitalize here. I had been saving anyway. So boom, let's do our thing. But I am a creative.
Yes,
and
you are.
you know, I'm an entertainer, I'm an artist. So decorating is my second passion. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about.
Let me see.
So I am in my Selena suite. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, this is set up for I just had an interview, but look.
Okay.
So I decorate. See how sharp that is? Like the little thing. I made that.
Okay.
And I just put my curtains up. Okay, and then this is like my wall. Like I got pictures coming in here.
Oh,
but then like you see like my little setups over here, child.
Yeah.
And then I made this pillow.
Ooh, oh, you fancy.
You see, I get it in. You know what I'm saying? So then my queen chair. You see the little stones in the chair. You know. So I spend, and then like on the tape, see my decoration. But I spend a lot of time, and then my chandelier. But I
love it. You probably in that room all the time.
Let me tell you something. I just bought a bar cart. You want to know why? Because it's going to be filled with wine. Okay.
Yep. What's your favorite wine? I have to ask. What's your favorite wine?
Malbec. I like red wine, but I like Sauvignon Blanc. Whitehaven is my favorite.
Okay.
Sauvignon Blanc on the white side. But in this room, because it's mostly white, you can't drink no red in here.
Okay.
Yeah. And anyway, you can't be here anyway if you're a kid.
Right. Right.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm still, I got a picture of Chicago on the wall. That's my city, Chi-Town. You know, I'm still, you know, still getting it together. So, but it gives me so much peace. And, you know, that is just one thing that I love. You know, I'm addicted to it. I love decorating. Me and my best friend, we stay on the phone. But I also, I don't know if you've seen me, I posted on social media, my massage is in my closet.
Yes.
Girl.
That was a beautiful closet.
My girl Kima, MBS Massage, y'all follow her. She's the bomb. If you're in Atlanta, she comes out. She's the bomb. So massage is in my closet. I have my therapy. I see my therapist. Her name is Love McPherson. She's just an angel, you know, I don't know, from heaven or some God sent her. So I love my therapist, and I love therapy. These things are self-care for me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously long baths, all that stuff, that's easy, but just some, you know, that massage in the closet and the decorating is top.
That brings you peace.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. So you brought up therapy. I'm glad you said that. You said that with no problem.
Easy.
That is, my last conversation was with the beautiful makeup artist, Tay TV. And one of the things that she talked about was therapy and how it has helped her so much. So can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I think in the Black community, especially us Black mothers. There are a lot of things that we do go through, but we don't know how to heal properly. So how has therapy been helping you heal?
Okay, so great question.
If you don't mind talking about it.
Of course. No, I encourage myself to talk about it.
Okay.
Great question. I am not ashamed of therapy by any stretch of imagination. I almost look at people like they crazy if they don't have therapy, you know.
Okay.
I don't feel that it is a luxury. I feel that it is a necessity. And I feel like, you know, we are living in times where the therapist is almost more essential than the doctor, than the medical doctor. A therapist is a doctor as well.
Yes.
Therapy is good because as you're maturing as a woman or a person, you know, you learn different things about yourself. Mm-hmm. But you might not be mindful of all those things that you learn for yourself. And you may not be in a predicament to understand those things for yourself, right?
Absolutely.
And so you need a second opinion. You need someone who's trained to understand some of the things that you're going through. Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, I will give you an example of something that I learned about myself in therapy. And I'm a very transparent human being. So I can say stuff that don't scare me. If somebody be like, ha, well, like, I don't give a fuck, because, you know, I'm a human. So good luck.
Exactly.
I found out in therapy that I am what you call an emotional hypochondriac. Okay. Right? Yeah, which was a term I'd never heard.
Okay.
And the reason why she called me an emotional hypochondriac is because I always think something bad is going to happen. I always take things on as my own fault. I'm extremely hard on myself for no reason at all.
I'm like that too. Yes.
You know, and it has come from traumas in my life that I've never dealt with because I've been such a busy bee my whole life. You know what I'm saying? My whole career. Okay. But the career has caused so much anxiety. Wow. That I am almost, and I do it to my kids now. So like my son, if he could just come in this room and I'll be like, did you wash your hair? Did you put something on your arms? You know, because he has eczema. So did you put your lotion on? Did you do this? Did you do that? Or like, don't go there. I don't want you going there. You know, being very, you know how we are as mothers, very scared. Like as Black men, they leave a house. I'm scared to death all the time. You know what I'm saying? Anxiety. So she told me I was an emotional hypochondriac. And then she talked to me about some of the things that I can do to fix that. Okay. And so I wouldn't have known that had I not sat down with a therapist. Now, I've been seeing a therapist since R&B Divas. Okay. R&B Divas was the first time I sat down with a therapist, in my life. And after that, I was so, and I'm going to tell you, the first time I went, I cried the entire session. She just sat there and looked at me. I started to talk and just started crying. You see what I'm saying? So, but then I loved it. And then I did Fix My Life with Iyanla. And then we were given therapy again, you know. So that, again, all this self-actualization and self-evaluation and self-revelation is necessary. How do you know what to fix if you don't know what to fix? You know what I'm saying? You have to know what it is, and then you have to have technique. Because it's one thing to say, you know, I'm working on myself. Well, how? Yes. How are you working on yourself? How can you build a house without a hammer? You know what I'm saying? So therapy does that. It shows you. It just shows you. And a lot of times you could be doing the most talking, and then you'll hear yourself and be like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it does that for me. And it's so refreshing because it does it without judgment. There you go. And I'm in a career where I'm judged every day I wake up, every 15 seconds. You know, I'm in a flaw-focused industry. Yes. You know, so I have to learn, you know, and that's another thing. Because I'm in a flaw-focused industry, I'm flaw-focused. Yes. So now I find flaw in me and in others. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Which is nuts. Yeah. But yeah, you know, so I encourage it for everyone who's trying to grow, who's on a journey of growing. Yes. Woo! That was you know, girl, I got time today.
No, I think that was first of all, like you said, that was you being very honest, and I appreciate that. Before you jumped on, I was just saying that I just turned 39, and so for my birthday,
39. Okay, happy birthday.
Thank you. So for my birthday, I went on my first solo trip internationally. I went to Mexico by myself.
Okay.
Now I have a 2-year-old, and as much as I absolutely love my daughter, I'm a single mother, so I'm doing it by myself. Her father isn't there. It's a lot for me. Like, I do have the support of, you know, my siblings and my family, but at the end of the day, like, I'm doing it by myself, and it's a lot, and it's overwhelming. And so for my birthday, all I wanted to do was just be at peace. And I wanted to literally just go be by the beach, and anything that I felt like was no longer serving me, I wanted to leave it at the beach, you know? And it was very helpful, and it really has, this was just last week, but it has just helped me so much. And prior to me ever having my daughter, I was in therapy myself, and I will honestly say that it was very, very helpful. And it is something that I will be getting back into, because like you said, there are things that have happened in the past that you find yourself still kind of fighting and don't realize that you're fighting it, you know?
Now, let me ask you this. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Where is the father?
So, of course, my daughter's father, he is still alive.
He is alive. Okay.
He's alive. But when I got pregnant, he didn't want me to have my daughter. And so I made the decision to continue to still have my daughter, be a mom. I got pregnant when I was like, what was I, 36, 37. And that was the first time I had ever been pregnant, right?
So why would I give up a baby at 37?
I didn't want to give my baby up. You know,
it was a good choice. That's a good choice.
I didn't want to. I have friends who have given up their children, who have had abortions, and they just were not right after that. You know, mentally, physically, spiritually. And so I'm transparent. I've had 2 abortions. So I know exactly what that's about. Okay. Yeah, so, and it isn't right. It is. So I had to just really weigh my options, and at that point I had to be like, yo, I'm a big girl, I'm a woman, and I understand what I did to make this child. I didn't do this alone, but I do realize that I may be raising my child alone. And so I took that situation, and here it is. I can honestly say that I absolutely love being a mommy. It is by far the best thing ever. And so that's the whole situation about that. So, and that is one of the reasons why Moms Unscripted is very important, because I know that there are other mothers out there that go through so many different things in their life, and they often feel like they're alone, but I want them to know that they're not alone. I want them to know that, like you said, prior to us starting talking, you're human. Yeah. You're not perfect. And so, this is just, motherhood is definitely a journey, and it's taught me a lot about myself. I always say that my daughter is my teacher. She teaches me how to be her mother, because we all mother different based on our children, like with you and your situation. So, it's just, being a mother is an amazing feeling, but it is challenging at times.
Well, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Absolutely.
It's a gift, and it's a God-given right for women. Yes. I know that's difficult for a lot of men to understand, and I say a lot of, because I don't want to generalize and say all men don't understand, because that's not true. Yes. Because there are so many men out here that love children and are great fathers and are just awesome.
Yes,
but a lot of men don't understand that God created us to have babies.
Yes.
Like he literally made us to carry children, you know, and procreate and populate the world. Okay, then. And you seem like a level-headed human being.
Thank
and
you.
There's nothing wrong with you. So why not have your child and raise her on your own? There are 1,000 single mothers, and I'm gonna tell you, hats off to you. That just means that God knew that you were strong enough.
Thank you.
Capable enough to raise this amazing human, because that's what she's going to be, because she has an amazing mother.
Yeah, she's something else. She'll be 3 next month.
Oh,
she's already told me what she want to do for her birthday. So.
They get better at 3, so get ready. Terrible 2 is not it.
my grandmother gave me, when I was about 4 or 5, my grandmother gave me a real Louis Vuitton, right? Mm-hmm. So I recently just found it, and I gave it to my daughter.
Oh,
this little thing, she walks around with it every day. She goes to sleep with it. She is like a mini diva. I'm a diva, so she is like a mini diva, and I'm not mad about it.
Listen, raise them right.
Yes.
Okay, let them know what the finer things are out the gate. Okay,
absolutely.
So that when the man comes along, you're gonna have to come with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I wanna ask you, what is some advice that you would give to mothers, like mothers who want to have these big careers like you have yourself, and they still have children? What is some advice that you would give them?
Oh my goodness. Number one, you definitely most certainly can do it all in this lifetime. That's number one. We are, again, women are multifaceted.
Yes.
We are built to multitask. That is why we are the mothers, because being a mom, you have to be able to multitask. So absolutely, you can have a job, you can have a child. I'm doing it. I'm living proof. I have 2 babies and I have a stepson. So, you know, you can have a full-time career, and you could be an entrepreneur, business. You can still live your dream.
Yes.
Even if you are a young woman, let's say you real young. Let's say you 17, 18, you get pregnant. Yes. You can still have that baby and still have a career and a life. Life can go on. It can be great and wonderful. I know that, you know, they would love to tell us in society that, oh, you should wait in your career to have kids. Now, granted, kids are difficult. You know, having a child is a chore. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
But it's not impossible. Yes. And even if you don't have a child, it's still going to be a lot of work. You're going to work regardless.
Yes.
So do you work with joy or do you work without it? That's number one. Number two, give yourself some grace.
Yes.
Oh, I just want to tell all the women that I know, because I had to tell myself that first.
Yes.
Give yourself some grace. You are going to make mistakes. Yes. It is not going to be perfect, but it is going to be okay. And it is okay to not be okay sometimes.
Yes.
And allow yourself those moments too. Allow yourself moments to cry. Go in a room and close the door and don't feel guilty. Yeah. Don't feel guilty about it. Because when you know you're a good mother and a good person, hold on to that.
Yes.
Hold on to that, because you know what I'm saying? So many outside, everybody want to judge everybody on how to do their kids and this, that, and the third, but only you are with your child.
Yeah, that's true.
You know how to raise your child. Nobody, you are connected to your child. That is why we have women's and mother's intuition, because we're connected to our children. Our husbands just the same. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would say give yourself some grace. Be patient with yourself. Yes. You're not going to do everything right. It's going to be some trial and error. It's not going to be perfect, but you're not going to kill your kids.
Right.
Unless you're trying to. You're not going to kill your kids. They're not going to grow up and hate you.
Yes.
Communicate with them. Listen, your kids are not dumb, and I don't care how young they are. Yes. Talk to them. Tell them what time it is so that they can be smart. Yes. When they grow up and they can understand, and they also too can be communicators. You know what I'm saying? Don't hide. You know, in my era, we hear everything. Seen, not heard. Stay at the grown folks conversation. Go sit down somewhere. Do as I say, not as I do. You know, those were the mottos. Yeah. But we shouldn't do that to our kids now. Yeah. Communicate with, especially with as much, you know, access that they have to the world. You have got to tell them the truth, and you have got to sit down and look them square in their face and be the you know, I know how to be a mother from ages 1 to 13. Well, 1 to 20, but 1 to 13 really, you know. So when my babies get older and older, I'm still going to be learning that phase. You know what I'm saying? So just be patient with yourselves.
Yes. I'm glad you just said that you're still learning.
Yes.
It's not, you don't, I always say that when you leave the hospital, for one, you don't get any instructions.
No, there's no book.
There's no book.
There's no book. Sorry. You can go down to the library and try to find something, but
yes.
It still ain't gonna work.
Literally learning every single day, and your children teach you to be the best parent for them. Oh, I love that you are speaking on these things because
Listen,
mothers put a lot of pressure on themselves.
yes,
And, you know,
it is okay. When she fall and hurt herself,
yes,
and you wasn't watching just then, but she
yes,
slipped and she got a whole scratch up. Let me tell you, my best friend is probably one of the best mothers I have ever seen.
okay.
She has twin girls. She
Whoa.
has an older son, and then she got another baby that came after the twins.
Woo.
And both of us had our husbands played basketball overseas. She had all these babies overseas. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So that means we had to get on a plane and fly with these babies 4,000 miles with all the little stuff in countries we didn't know the language, you know, get food and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one time her baby Shania, and they have a gym in their home.
Okay.
Shania got a hold of the treadmill, fell, long story short, scraped up her chin.
Oh,
right?
Lord. Okay.
Now, as a mother, you know, we panic down.
Yes.
Oh my God. No. But that doesn't mean she's a bad mother.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that.
Yes.
That means it was a moment. We can't listen. We're humans. We're not gonna do everything all the time. Like you can't beat yourself up all day about shit. You know, one time my son, we're in the house. You know, we were in a small apartment in Italy because that's where my husband played.
Okay.
And the floors are all ceramic. They're all like or marble.
Okay.
And my son had on socks. He was 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing on his basketball hoop. Now he's 2, my first child. He's playing on the basketball hoop. He slips, falls, busts his whole 2 teeth.
Oh, Lord.
Blood everywhere. Kiwan has to call the doctor. They come to the place. The 2 teeth, these 2 teeth right here, stayed dark. He hit him so bad that he hurt the nerve in his teeth. Okay. So I had to wait till they fell out. Wow. You know what I'm saying? For him to have normal teeth right there. Okay. So now I'm devastated because I got to wait till these 2 teeth fall out, first of all. But I learned something there.
Okay.
Don't let, like my kids don't wear socks in the house. I don't care what. I don't give a damn if you're 30 years old. You're not wearing socks in this house. Okay.
Yes.
So for me, that was a learning experience. A lot of times when there's, you know, a little bit of trauma, you know, a little sometimes those are learning experiences. Yeah. So don't be so hard on yourself. It doesn't mean you're a bad mother. I was sitting right there when he was playing and encouraging him to shoot the hoops and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, I didn't know.
Yes.
Nobody told me, oh, when I left the hospital, okay, girl, now when he start running, make sure he don't wear no socks. Like, did nobody say that, you know?
Yes. Of course not. Of course not. Dang, it's so crazy. I went bowling once with my family and my daughter was there and we best friends. She went chasing after me as I'm rolling the ball down, slips and fall, goes into like this weird little attack and I'm like,
oh my God.
Why my baby? And of course she was fine, but just the fear, seeing her spaz out, her be so afraid, then it made me afraid.
Yes.
So yeah, and of course I did have that moment like, well, see, if I would have just didn't bowl, she wouldn't have failed. And it's like, it's okay.
She's all right. She all right right now.
Mm-hmm. Just relax, girl. Just relax.
It's gonna be all right. She alive and kicking. Probably gave her a popsicle. She went on by the business.
Exactly.
Gave her a sucker or something. She went on by the business. She don't even remember.
Yes. Yes. You said with your kids, with children having so much access with everything to the world right now, as a mommy, what is something that you would mute? What would be a mommy mute that your kids wouldn't be able to see or know about right now in the world?
Oh, let me see. I don't know. It's my family's so bananas, you know, that they have been exposed to everything, you know, and because of social media, you know, I have not been able to mute things, you know. I wish I could mute naked movies, and I mean, I wouldn't let them sit down and watch porn. I would mute porn, you know. I guess I would mute porn, you know. Yeah. Okay. Relax, all right. I don't need to see all that shit. Exactly. Okay. You got the tools. They on your body. You good. Right. You 13 and 10. You good. You just gotta wait. And I have boys, so I'm not doing that birds and bees talk. You have a father. Figure it out. I'm not doing that with them. So I don't know if I would mute. I curse in front of my kids and everything. I guess I'm a terrible mother because I would not mute much of it. Just porn. I would mute. Just porn.
I curse a lot in front of my daughter, and she'd be like, "Don't say that, mommy."
Right.
Don't say
my kids do that to me too. I'll be like, "Listen, this is what it is. You don't do it, but this is what it is."
But I will say that one of the things that I have even had to kind of tell my sisters that we have to mute in front of her is the twerking. I know.
Well, she's 2. She can't.
She's 2, but she's a very smart 2. So the moment you start busting it down,
she gonna be busting it.
She's busting it, and then
in her Louis Vuitton purse. With her Louis Vuitton purse.
With her little purse. And the first thing that we say to our daughters, especially when they do certain things, is, "Oh, you trying to be grown." And it's not that they trying to be grown. They just mimicking what they see you
what
doing.
they see.
So we have to really be mindful, I think, of even saying things like, "Oh, you trying to be grown," or "You trying to be fast," because they don't know. Especially my daughter. I mean, I like to dance. I love music. And so that has just kind of been a part of her and her growth. And so even I have to be kind of mindful of how I'm swaying and dancing and whatnot, because she want to do the same thing I do,
Well, I mean, listen, again, just like we talked about earlier, it's all about communication.
It is.
And they're so young that twerking ain't really twerking to them. They don't know what that is. Nope. So to them, that's dancing.
That's just
it ain't like you put her in the club and she start twerking. She in the house, in her room twerking, She don't know, and can't nobody see her,
Right.
So if see that, again, it's about communication.
It is.
If I say, you take away the power of it being twerking, if you communicate with her what it is. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? If she sees it like, "Oh, baby, that's dancing. They're dancing."
Yes.
If you say that's bad and this, that, and the third, then it's associated with that. So you are the neutralizer. Whatever you teach them, just like with homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? I don't shy my children away from that. Yes. They're in schools with children who are finding themselves at an early age. They need to understand, yes, this is how they are. This is what this is. This is this lifestyle. Don't be mean to them. Don't talk crazy to them. They are just like you and I. They're human beings. You have to talk to them like that, or you will raise monsters. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're absolutely correct.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You're the neutralizer. You're the teacher. You're the first line of offense. So teach them what you want them to know, and they'll learn that. Absolutely. And you could even say to her as she gets older, "Oh, well, they called it twerking because it was associated with this, but it's really just dancing that actually matriculated from Africa."
Yeah.
Because that's the truth.
That's the truth. That, you know what? You're right. That's the
truth. You telling facts, you know what I'm saying? And she can go down to the books and validate it, Yeah. So there you go.
That's the truth. So everybody is talking about your hair. So we have to get into beauty real quick. So
let me fix my wig, girl. Okay.
Okay, so when you're not being mommy, tell me about this diva side. Like, because I be seeing the pictures, okay?
Well, I am still Selena Johnson. Okay, now.
There you go.
I'm a mother and I'm a wife, but and beyond Selena Johnson, I am a girly girl. Yep. When I was younger, way before Selena Johnson, I'm talking about 10, 11 years old, I wanted to model because I'm 5'10". And I did model for Wilhelmina for 6 years.
You're 5'10"?
I'm 5'10".
I'm 6 foot. I didn't know that.
You see, come on, girl, tall girls. Okay.
Yes.
And so I did model for Wilhelmina for 6 years. But when I was younger, I used to take magazine pictures and place them all on my walls. All the Uma Thurmans, the Imans, remember it was the supermodel era.
Yes.
Naomi Campbell, Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks, all of those, right?
Okay.
And so I would take pictures all the time, and I would dress up in my mother's clothes and play in her makeup, and I played Barbie dolls for hours and hours, So I've always been very girly.
Okay.
So fashion is fun to me. I love to get involved in fashion. That's why I love Control Magazine. I love Julian Lark. Julian Lark used to be my stylist when I worked on R&B Divas.
Yeah.
And I just really love fashion, and I love wigs and weaves, and I love to play with hair. I have a head full of natural hair that is a fold that I can barely do anything with. But I love to wear that natural sometimes too, you know. This particular wig is by my girl Latoya Figueroa, and it's ILW Wigs. She makes amazing wigs. They look so natural.
Yeah, like that is.
Yeah, this is a lace front. You know, it's a lace front.
It is beautiful. I'm a bald head girl, but
yes, honey. Y'all follow her on Latoya. What is it? Latoya's World. Latoya's World is ILW Wig. So I love a good wig, especially with what. Now I done messed it up. Especially with what I do. You know, and us being at home. You know, we having to do all these Zooms and stuff like that. Don't nobody got time to be fixing their hair and doing all that. So it's fun I just collect wigs. I collect wigs. I have hair pieces. I have, you know, everything. I'm just a girly girl. So these are my ILW wigs. I might wear a black one tomorrow, you know, switch it up. You know, might investigate a short one, you know.
So what's your favorite piece in your closet? Like, what's your favorite handbag? Do you have a favorite handbag?
Yes, brand? I do, honey.
Okay.
It is a, I don't know what it's called. It's a Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
And it is, you know, that box that everybody was fighting for. It's like a box.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's got the big LVs on it.
Yes.
So that's my current favorite right now because I had to fight for it and find it and struggle and strive and get my soror down to the Louis Vuitton, had to set it to the side and had to run and go get it, you know. But when I saw it with my girl Quiet Webb. She had it first. And I was like, oh, that's sharp, girl. And so I was trying to look for it and it'd be gone everywhere. And then I saw Carrie Hilson with one. I was like, this is bullshit. I want this bag. You know?
One of those bags.
So that's my favorite bag, but my eternal favorite bag is it's a $15,000 runway alligator bag. And it's a Michael Kors bag. But it was straight off their runway. And only 25 of them were made in the world. So it sits in the closet. It don't come out. And it don't even go. I don't even weigh it. It just be in there just chilling.
Just look at it every day.
Just looking at it. But that's probably like my favorite bag, my favorite piece.
Okay. And so now that I know that you are 5'10", I would assume that your husband is tall, right? And
he is 6'2". 6'2" and a half. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know that you're a heel girl. Have you ever had a problem with, when you wear your heels, are you taller than him, or are you guys like eye to eye?
We're like eye to eye.
Okay.
I will wear my heels with him and we'll still be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And how does he feel about his wife being eye to eye to him with those heels on?
He don't care. He wouldn't have married me if he ain't like it. Because I was wearing them heels down to the date. So if he liked them heels, he wouldn't have married me, child. Them heels is a good time. He ain't. I think he likes the fact that I'm. See, and see with men that are athletes, especially elite athletes, men. If you look at basketball player men, most of their women be real tall. First of all, they tall as hell.
Yes.
Second of all, they're thinking about their kids going first round in the draft. You see what I'm saying? So they want their kids, they want boys, and they old girls, it don't matter, but they want their boys to be big and tall.
Yes.
And I promise to God, I have sat and listened to these conversations.
See?
It's outrageous, but this is how they be thinking. This is how they be talking, child. So
you get the inside tall scoop from the
inside tall scoop, tall girl scoop. Yes.
I think that's okay. And so have you growing up, how did being tall, did you ever have any issues with being taller than probably most of the girls?
Yes, I did not embrace being tall until high school.
Okay.
I did not like being tall. I got called names. I got called tree girl. I got people wanted to fight me all the time because they said I walk with my head up, but really I'm walking and you hoes is just low. You know, you're looking up. You're up under me. So it's not my fault that you're down here. and what you see is up under my chin. You know, I'm not looking up. You're just, you are. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, you know, I got bullied and teased or whatever. But as I, you know, grew, as I went into sports, because I played basketball, then that became, you know, an asset. Yeah. So the taller you are, you know, the better it is. So now I start feeling myself like, girl, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? I'm 5'10". What you gonna do with me on the court? You know. Yes. So
love it.
And then I got to high school and there was a bunch of girls that were tall. So that was fun too. You know, I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, you didn't feel like such a tall loner.
Yes. Okay. Because I was tall as hell in grade school. They thought I was the teacher girl. It was crazy. It was a fool. Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about that. I've been tall forever, okay?
Yeah.
My father is like 6'5". My mom is like about 5'9.5". All my uncles are tall. So I just feel like I didn't really have a choice. I would say that I didn't really start embracing my height until I was about 15 or 16. My uncle used to always tell me like, yo, you need to chill out. You don't understand it now, but it's a reason why you're tall. So just embrace it, be grateful with it. And I just be like, nigga, you don't know what you're talking about. Like,
okay. You know, I hate it. Right.
I hear you, but I don't hear you. So I'm glad to know another tall woman. That's a great thing. So I won't keep you too much longer, but what do you want to tell everybody? You've got some music things going on. You want to talk about that?
Oh, I have so much going on that is exhausting.
Okay. It's a good exhausting.
It's a good exhausting. God is so good, and I'm definitely not complaining. Especially with the times that we're in. We literally could be sitting here with nothing. Okay. But I do have a part 1 and 2 documentary out on Fox Soul called Making of a Woman.
Nice. Okay.
So people go watch that. That's very, very fun. It's very, very good. Okay. I have a deluxe album coming out called Making of a Woman. And it's the woman album, but with songs added to it. So it's the woman deluxe album. Okay. I'm in the process right now of planning because I'm getting ready to do a live concert for Fox Soul.
Wow.
And that's going to air end of Women's Month to top off Women's Month. So it's a live concert that's going to be real fun.
Okay.
And then I have Unsung that's coming. I'm on the Unsung series. And
you got a lot.
Girl, listen, that's coming. I'm on Cocktails with the Queens every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern with Vivica Fox, Claudia Jordan, and Lisa Ray McCoy.
Love it.
I have Music Mondays, which is every Monday night at 7 p.m. on my Facebook page, where I have these candid conversations. I just had an interview with Music Soul Child, and it was outrageous. Okay. I have these candid conversations with artists because I felt like, you know, we didn't have a voice when the pandemic hit. So I created a platform so that we could, and it got, you know, it blew up, which was, you know, a good time.
Nice.
And what else? Like, I be thinking of stuff, but I can't. It's the most stuff. Oh, I'm working on I'm about to go into editing with my documentary From One Stage to the Next, which is my journey documented of when I went from one size all the way to fitness competitor.
Yes,
so
I remember that.
Yes, I documented the whole thing. I'm actually in training again. I just went back into training again because I had some injuries and I gained weight because of my knee injuries. So now that I'm better, I've been training again because I'm getting ready to compete probably at the end of the year again.
Okay.
But I documented it, so that's going to come out soon. Okay. So just staying busy and trying to, you know, stay current and stay relevant. Okay. You know, because the industry moves so fast, so you have to continuously keep moving. And you know, I'm in this interview on with Control Magazine for Moms Unscripted. Okay, for Roku. You know, so I mean, and thank you for that. Thank you, thank you guys for having me. So, just always got my eyes open. Oh, I just did the theme song for Fox Soul with Twista.
Okay, that's gonna be nice.
That's dope. So, you know, just doing my thing, girl. Just trying to keep working and staying creative and, you know, just trying to do everything that I'm supposed to be doing, that God has called me to do.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. You know, tonight, you have definitely showed us that anything is possible.
Yes.
And that you know, just with some dedication, that you know that you can make it happen. So I'm very appreciative of that, and I appreciate you being transparent today, because you got me to tell a little bit of my story.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we both moms, so how you gonna talk to me and then you don't get to talk about your mamahood?
You know, I love it. I'm a Pisces, and so the one thing about a Pisces is that sometimes we can be a little too transparent with people.
Mm-hmm.
But I love to share my story with people, because I feel like a part of my journey and my purpose is to motivate people, and
Mm-hmm.
is to let people know that anything is possible. I mean, because I've been through some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and some good stuff and some crazy stuff. And my daughter has always been on my hip through my journey. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as a new mommy, I'm like you, anything is possible. We probably can't work as fast and go, you know, as quick as we want, but
Be patient.
it's definitely possible.
Just be patient with yourself. It's all good. It's not going nowhere. It's enough money out here for everybody. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Just be patient with yourself. You are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Thank you.
At the right place, at the right time, in the right era. God is not gonna, he's not gonna speed it up or slow it down. So just be patient with yourself.
Thank you. Well, I must say, and I'm going to tell this to Julian, once you are through your journey of you getting back into your competition, I would love to bring you back on so that we can discuss the journey that you had documented, and to where you're going to be towards. I think because I've seen all your pictures, so I know how that transformation is.
Ooh, it's hard work.
Woo, I know. Oh my goodness.
It is a fool. And I'm telling you, I have people reach out to me on some girl, give me the meal plan there. Girl, tell me what you did. And when I tell them, they be like, oh, wait a minute. They be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, what I went through for those 9 months was a living hell. Shout out to my trainer, KD with the muscle. That dude is gifted. I mean, it is his calling. Okay. And he changes bodies.
Okay.
He changes them. I've seen it with my eyes, you know.
Yeah.
But it's tough. Yeah. And I'm not even gonna sit here and lie and be like, yes. Yeah. And I just eat right and I work hard, and hell no, that should be hard. I'll be gonna die.
What does the competition do for you? Like, why is it something that you want to get back into?
Oh, because it's a stage.
Okay.
You know, and it's once, first of all, it encompasses and embodies everything that I love.
Okay.
I'm super passionate about health and wellness.
Okay.
I am super passionate about, and then when you get there, you get to dress up the diamond costumes and the hair, and you know, you're posing and all of that. You know, that's shit. I do that down to the singing stage. So, right? You know, it's just another form of expression. And I just really love to work hard because I'm a creative. I love to work hard and see something come into something.
Okay. The first time around, was it a challenge?
Yes. Okay. Oh my God. I had a back injury. It's all in the documentary. I had a back injury. I was working out 2-3 times a day, 6 days a week. I had to eat 6 small meals. I had to carry a lunchbox. It was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. I had to work up 4 o'clock in the morning to get, you know, fasted cardio. Yeah. I mean, it was really something. And then those last days, like when you start seeing your body, you start getting sharp. You're like, whoa, you see your muscles and stuff. Yeah. And then those last weeks, they start to cut the food. They cut the liquid. They cut, you know, and then you're weak and you're trying to work. It is. And then you eating the same thing all day. I had to eat cod and asparagus 6 times a day. It was, I had to put mustard on it just to get it down my throat. It was disgusting. Yeah. But it's just, the art form of it is just so dope to me. And like when we all up there, it's like all these women did the same thing. We all fought for the same thing. So even if you win or lose, everybody, you walk away winning because you look great. Yeah. You look great. You're in your best shape. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something I would want to do once a year, maybe. Yeah. One of my homegirls, she is on here right now. Her name is Carmen. Hey, Carmen. So, hey, Carmen. She, a few years ago, I remember having an event, one of my first events. And she came and she was just like, yo, like, I'm not going to eat anything because
I'm going through my training right now for my competition, but she definitely just spoke about, like, you know, just the commitment and the dedication and, you know, everything that you do have to go through to, you know, to reach that point. So I can only just imagine how it is, like, for your mental, but then also, you know, just for your physical and your spiritual. I feel like it teaches you that you can be disciplined and that you can accomplish something.
Is your friend Synergy Fitness?
Yeah, there she go. Yeah.
She says she does bikini. I did figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it is something. It's just, but it is rewarding. And then right after that, I did a photo shoot like the next day. I did. They say do your photo shoot like 2 days after. Yeah. The very next day, I did a photo shoot because my body was so banging. I was like,
I know that's right.
Shoot, I can't let this go to waste. I got to turn up, you know.
Yes.
So yeah, it's something that I would want to do. Plus, it keeps you in shape. You know, keeps you. You know, everybody needs a target and a goal. I'm not in it to go pro or anything like that. Yes. But you know, if I happen to go pro, great. But I'm not in it to go pro. I'm in it to compete and to be my best, be at my best body, and to keep getting better and better and better. So, you know, it's just always good to have self-improvement in all areas of your life. And it's just another way for me to do that.
Absolutely. Hold on. We got somebody. It's not for everybody because the discipline is necessary to see the rewards at the end. Yeah, you do. You do have to be disciplined.
The discipline is no joke.
Yeah. My sister, she's a vegan, and she's an alkaline vegan. So she's very disciplined. I think sometimes her discipline intimidates other people, and it shouldn't, but it's just like, how you go from eating like how we used to eat eating this way and you not tripping? And it's just like, y'all don't know. I was probably tripping in the beginning, but I've mastered it now. So and I think that's
changed her mind.
Yeah.
She's changed her mind.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely a mindset thing. Definitely. So I won't hold you. I just want to say once again, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I'm wishing you much success with all your endeavors.
Thank you.
And I'm going to tell Julie, and I'm telling you that I have to bring you back on.
Yes.
So we can see what you got going on, what you're doing.
I'll be sitting over here. Okay. That's where I'll be sitting.
Room.
And my room going to be real sharp by then. Girl, it's going to be. I'm going to be done decorated.
Okay.
Like, and then I'll just take y'all on a tour of the whole house because I have decorated this whole house like a psycho.
Well, hopefully by that time we won't be in COVID mode and I can come sneak in and see what you got going on. Okay,
come on, girl.
I want to come in person and see what you got going on. Me and Julian, we want to play in your closet and see what you got going on.
Oh, I know Julian want to come down to the closet because that's a stylish dream, child. That closet is so fun. That was one of the selling pieces for me. I was like, yeah, this is it. We good. We like this house. This the house.
This is it.
This is it. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a great night. And
thank
we'll
you.
Talk to you soon.
Absolutely. You too. Bye, everybody. Bye. And thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.